One of the sayings I really love is, you never know a person until you let them down. And what I mean by that is, sometimes that quote is taken in the context of relationships. It's like, we love each other, it's all going well because life's going well. But what happens if I suddenly lose my job, or like we have a family tragedy? You know, you only really know a person when they are stripped of everything of who they think they are and what they own. And you really get to see the true character of someone. I think that's why programs like SAS Who Dares Wins are really popular, because lots of people want to apply to those type of programs for them to be stripped of everything and see and get to know who they really are and what they act in situations where where everything is taken from them.
Selection for the SAS is a test like no other.
You enter an Ironman or anything that pushes our physical limits within a certain constraint so that we're still safe. So something like a very long triathlon or an ultra marathon, setting these kind of unprecedented big goals for ourselves, not just in sport, but it could be your career or something that to other people may seem insane. I don't think many people would want to live a life if you told them it was all going to be normal and okay and no challenges were to be presented. And so I think it's through hardships, or when we're stripped of everything, that we can really know who we are. I personally have found it really hard to run consecutively because of my Achilles tendonitis problems, where my ankles really swell. I get like cankles, and it's just a lot of load. I find this a particularly hard challenge because even though I don't need any motivation to move my body, it's something very intrinsic in me. I know some people find movement and exercise something they really have to get in the mindset into and to do, but for me it's never been like that. What's challenging for me is the monotony of doing it every day. 10 days, right? Think of 10 days. 10 days is a holiday that you may take. 10 days it can feel quite long. The first few days, I feel super motivated. It's at the front of my mind, but I still have to go to work, social commitments to do. And then the next day comes and I'm like, I've got to spend almost another hour again doing the actual run, but also getting ready, showering afterwards and stuff. And so it's building that mental discipline to not rely on motivation, but to rely on a promise that you made to yourself, and to keep that respect you have for yourself, and make sure that when you say you're going to do something, you go and do it. Finished my first run. It was good. Average pace, 5:30. I'll pop it here. And my ankle is really like throbbing at the moment. So I'm recording this in hopes that it will go into the video when I finish the challenge, but I don't know if I'll actually manage to finish the challenge because the chronic tendinopathy I have on my left Achilles is just, it's been playing up. It always plays up. I've had it for many years, and if you've watched my other videos, you know that, but it's just quite bad. So I'll be doing my physio, and then I always, when I have my shower after my run, I put it like full blast, the hottest I can tolerate, and then literally blast the shower head onto my ankle, and that tends to really help because the heat increases the blood flow to help it sort of cure and ease the pain a little bit. But yeah, it was a good run. I didn't feel like running today, so I kept checking like the app to see like, am I hitting 10k? I was like, okay, 6.5, 8.2, boom, 10. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm looking forward to sort of doing different 10Ks at different paces and seeing how I go. Maybe tomorrow I might do a really slow one and listen to a podcast. In my normal paced, like today, or my fast ones, I never listen to anything. I don't take any headphones, just sort of, I guess because I feel like I'm exerting a little bit more energy. If I'm going faster, I have to be aware of traffic, living in London. What was I going to say? Day one, done. Okay, second run done. I drove to my parents' house, parked the car there, and then ran because I wanted just to get a different scenery, and they have like a different park next to their house. But that was all right. It was a tad bit slower than yesterday because I could feel like by 7k I was a bit like ready for it to be over, but that's done. Sweating. But yeah, day 2 done. Run 3 done. It ended up being the same speed as yesterday's run in the park next to my parents' house, which is quite cool because I felt quite tired today. Did the slow 10k that I said I was going to do, where I listened to a podcast. Yeah, I feel like I could have run a little bit more because it was a little bit slower. I felt really different. I felt that run was much, much slower than my usual runs, and then I checked and I'm only like 6 minutes different. Like the 6 minutes quicker in my my average pace runs compared to my slow pace runs.
It's a really good podcast episode. I'm not particularly a massive fan of Chris Williamson and Stephen Bartlett, if I'm really honest, but I found this particular episode super motivating, so I'll link it up here. A lot of people, because it's easier to compartmentalise, they tend to think of people in the public space as either good or bad, someone they like or someone they dislike, and I can dislike certain beliefs of X person in the intellectual sphere, but I still agree and still enjoy and I'm curious about different things I have to say, and I thought this particular episode was really, really good.
It was a hot day today, so I decided to dress up as a sorbet. Grabbed my little Asics black socks and made my way down to the kitchen. I really fancy a sorbet now. I usually run with this bum bag, which is great because I can keep all essentials in it, like my keys and mobile and what have you. A little bit of a warm-up, up and down, some star jumps, high knees. I feel a bit silly doing this in front of the camera, but yeah. Warm-ups are essential, especially to get those joints moving. 3/4 litre bottle tends to work best for a 10k for me personally, that I fill up with some nice fresh distilled water. Kobe the Cobra right there. Yes, I am an old woman who needs a shoehorn to put her trainers on, don't judge me. These are the Asics GT100. I don't know what version they are, but they're the best ones for running in. Struggling a little here. Yeah, they're my favourite. I love them so much that I also bought them in black. This is a different version of the same GT100. So a bit of a squat, contemplate my life. Little life hack here, if you're getting too hot, you can take your top off and tuck it in your sports bra. I guess this is for running girls, but I loved it so much, I'm doing it here and here again, and then you can run with your hands free. Woo! If you're like me and have strong thighs, I like to call it, then unfortunately these Gymshark shorts are terrible because they ride up and they cause so much chafing. Had to keep rolling them down as I was running. Not ideal. The earth is beautiful, and finally I begin my run. I tend to procrastinate a lot before a run, so I leave you here with a poem read out by Chris Williamson on modern wisdom. Enjoy!
I fell in love with an essay by Strangest Loop, and it is a list of things that are not doing the thing. So here is a list of things that are not doing the thing. Preparing to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Scheduling time to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Making a to-do list for the thing isn't doing the thing. Telling people you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Messaging friends who may or may not be doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Writing a banger tweet about how you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on yourself for not doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on other people who have done the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on the obstacles in the way of you doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Fantasizing about all of the adoration you'll receive once you do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how other people did the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading this essay isn't doing the thing. The only thing that is doing the thing is doing the thing.
Keep that tiny commitment you made to yourself today.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to move Mount Everest. You don't need to go on a 7-day ayahuasca retreat. How about when you said you were going to get in bed at 10 p.m, you do that?
Yep.
Stack those things for a week. Honestly, I've seen it in my friends and their lives have changed. The commitments we keep to ourselves, if we say those are the most important things for compounding that evidence in our favour, everybody can start there today. And the unobvious thing that no one thinks about is the psychological impact when you stack small things. This is what we call the progress principle. When was your most enjoyable day in work? And they all pointed out in their diaries a day when they had a sense of progress, even small, a tiny little gain they made. If there is an antithesis to pressure, it is, in my mind, it is comfort. It is ease. And anyone that has the foresight to move that discomfort and that pressure into the current moment yields much greater returns in terms of happiness and health in the long term.
That's another one in the bag. 6 runs, 4 to go. 7 runs done. Let me shower and I'll come back to you. Okay, I'm back. The washing machine is constantly on because, as you can imagine, I have a lot of sweaty clothes. This morning I woke up and I was like, oh, I have pain. I started my period, so I was like, oh no. So I wasn't expecting much. In fact, I expected to do quite a slow run, so I put my earphones on to listen to a podcast.
Your mind is racing, and sometimes you're trying to solve a problem in the future because you don't have anything to do now. That's why people talk about, I'm so happy when I exercise, because you're giving yourself a problem right now. And your mind is dealing with whatever, lifting that up and putting it down.
If you remember me saying, normally if I do like an average pace or even a fast run, I'm not doing any fast runs during this 10K challenge because obviously I have to do a 10K every day. So the fastest I run is my average pace, which tends to be around 5:30. So I put my headphones in thinking I'm going to listen to a podcast and do a really slow run. And actually, the pace wasn't too bad. I actually feel the runs are getting easier. Like, how does that even work? Is it because my brain subconsciously knows that I'm closer to the end, so there's like less runs to do? I'm not sure, but I do find that I don't need as much motivation. I seem to be enjoying it a little bit more, and it's not affecting me as much. So when the first few days, I did notice like I felt a bit more tired, and I didn't want to do like my resistance training or anything else. But now it just feels like I've gone for a walk. I can't believe what a change in 7 days. Run 8 done. Not much to say about this one. Still quite achy. It's not nice on like day 1/2 of your period running. For any guys listening who don't know what it's like, imagine the bottom of your spine being grinded by something you would see in a construction site, also feeling really nauseous, like you want to vomit, and then really scared that you're going to have diarrhea, all squished into one once a month. And I'm sure lots of women have it far worse. My cramps and stuff are not near as bad as some people have it. But anyway, run 8 is done, and yeah, only 2 months to go. It's going by so fast. Chafing from my sports bra. Right there. It doesn't hurt, it's just, yeah. I've also got it on my back from the bum bag rubbing up and down when I'm running. Had a shower. It was raining so much, and I just ran a little bit faster at 5:25 just because I wanted it to be over, to be honest. During this challenge, I've tried to run quite slow or average pace, deliberately holding back because I've had to run every day, which is something I don't usually do. But since I've only got 1 left to go, I thought I'm going to run at the pace that I want to run, and that was 5:25. 10K number 9, done. 1 more to go. It's over, finally. Woo-hoo. Oh, I finally did it. I'm off to shower now. Just look at me. Oh. Such a state. All worth it though. Do something challenging to grow and practice your resilience and see how you deal with adversity. It doesn't have to be running, doesn't even have to be exercise. I really enjoyed the ups and downs and learning about myself and seeing how I could cope to try and build that resilience up. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching y nos veremos muy pronto. Adiós, ciao.